Hi all, welcome to also today we will learn about a user administration part. So how to add a user? We are using a user add command and I'm adding a user. Let's say I'm using as user 2. So like that we can add a user. If it is already just it's showing me it is already just let me use a user 3. Okay, so now it's added here and by default, yesterday lecture I have covered that by default when you created a user it is a logged. So how you can check? You can use a password command hyphen as for a status in the username. So you will find out user 3 it is a password locked, so empty password is not allowed, and you will see it will make an entry in a /etc shadow file. So shadow file you can see here, and exclamation mark is there, it means it is logged. Okay, so yesterday we have learned $6 we are using for a algorithm, that is we are using a SHA512, and $5 is using for a algorithm SH256. Okay, and $1 is using for MD5 algorithm, that is old algorithm. Earlier it was in earlier operating system we have used it. Okay, so now we learned how to add a users. Okay, so now let's learn how to delete a users here. So if you want to delete a users, you need to use a command user del and username. Okay, user 3. So if I'm deleting these commands, so what is the difference between two here? I can delete a user with a hyphen r argument and without hyphen r. If I'm deleting as like, so what happened? It will not delete home directory. So it is the same example. Suppose in your organization, your mates, he left the company, and after that there is some important data in his home directory. Let's say some important data in home directory, important data. Okay, so as per policy you need to remove it. You have removed it, but you need to you have not get a chance to take this backup. So what you want to do, you will use user del user 3. So what it will do, it will not remove your home directory. Okay, but when you use the hyphen r arguments, it will delete del home directory as well also. So let me show you the examples here. So firstly, let me show the home directory here, /home user 3. So now you can see here, and let me use a user del and mail spool. It will not delete it. Okay, so I can just show you the both first here, and the path is a var spool and mail user 3. Okay, let me delete it. Now I'm using a user command user del, and let me delete a user 3. I have deleted this user. Okay, so once it's a deleted, now you can check here user 3 here, it's not there. And if I check a user 2, it's there. Okay, so now you can check it here, uh, here. So let me check home directory, it is there. Okay, let me use a d, it's there. And if you check it, where spool mail user 3, it's there. So same things if I'm checking with a ls-ld for a 2 user. Okay, it's there ls-ld, and let me check a home directory, user 2, it's also there. Now what I will do, I will delete it with hyphen r option and user 2. Okay, okay, now it's a deleted, and let us verify. Just let's check with a id. If I call to last executed command, I can use a exclamation mark and id, it will execute. No such user, that's correct. Now let's me cross verify, is it there or not? No such file or directory, it's deleted. Let's check a home directory, is it there or not? It's also not there. Okay, so that is the difference between hyphen r arguments if you are not using hyphen r arguments. Okay, so sometimes it's very useful, and mostly it's a depend upon your requirement completely. Okay, so now so you have seen, let me create a one more user. So I think we have a ID user one is there. Yes, we have a user one. And so you have seen here, some people, what they let's take example of you have purchased buy a car, and after that you um, want to some what we called a BIP number, right? And the same things if you want to take here. So here also we can take it as per your desire, as per your wish. You can choose your ID, your user ID. So how we can use it here? So let's create any user add, and let's say you want to give your as per your wish, you want to give a unique ID. So let me give a 5,000 ID here, 5,000, but must be unique. Means as like number, this number never be given to other people's, as a layman. Okay, so always your car or your bike have a unique your number, right? So same as like here, and hyphen u and hyphen z, you can create your you can add in a different group also. Before that, if you want to use another group, let's say I want here IT group, but this group must be created before. Okay, so first we need to create a group. So I'm control C, and let's add a group add, and I'm creating IT group first. Okay, okay, so I have created. Let me verify, is it really created or not, where we can check. And to slash etc group file. Okay, so now you can see IT group has been created, and now I'm creating custom here, and user add, and hyphen u is unique user ID that I want, my desired ID. I want to this 5,000, and small g is using for a primary, and caps G is using for a secondary. I will let you know the difference later. Let me use a primary first here. Okay, so primary group, and G I'm using a IT, and after that you want a home directory in different location. So home directory you can given here D means home directory. Let's say I want to give a home directory, not for by default it goes to slash home, but this time I will create under let's say slash mnt here, under mnt. So mnt it will create your home directory, and I want to give a name, let's say home slash username. Which username I want to create? I want to create a user, let's say 10 user or user 5. I'm creating a user 5, and you want to comment. Okay, hyphen c means comment, using for test purpose, using for a test purpose. Okay, now you want to give a shell here. So if you want to change the shell, like you can give it a usr bin ksh shell also, but if you are giving this shell, you need to install kss shell, but right now we don't have installed a kss shell. So I will give it a bash shell only, because I have not we don't have it right now. KSH con shell not installed in our operating system. And which user we are creating? User 5. Okay, so we have given as per our custom user ID. Okay, this is the user ID. We have given user ID, custom user ID as per our desired, as like your car number or your bike number. Here we have given a GG means primary group. If you think you need a secondary group, then we need to use a minus G. And actually there is no difference between primary and secondary as per power perspective. But in other way, it is having a difference. I will let you know later. So we have already created a IT group. So you have seen here, we have created a IT group. In D, we want to create this home directory. Okay, so by default it is going to slash home slash your user 5. By default it must be go like that, right? But we are not happy with this one. We want to create custom hyphen c. We have given here comment. Okay, so now let me execute this command and let's see the results. Okay, so can't set C Linux contest for home directory set. That's okay because there is some permission issue. That was the reason it's unable to set, because we don't have set a permission here, but it's created actually. Can't the reason, I think the permission a reason here is lst slash mnt mnt having a 755 and inside slash home. Okay, no such file or directory slash home. That was the reason it's came. Okay, so this home is missed actually. So we need to create that directory here. So let me create first this directory. So let's troubleshoot here. Okay, so now I have created a directory, and let's check the permission of this directory slash cd slash home. It is a 755, and let's check with a normal home. It is your 755. Then it's okay. So this user is created actually. If we have seen user 5, let's check it. It's created here. The problem is that it's unable to create this directory, home directory. So that's okay. Let's take example of a, we will create with the same things again, but this time I will use a 6 user. And now we have created a home directory. Let me give it a 6 here, 6 here, and I need to not change user ID 001. Okay, so make a enter. Okay, so C Linux, that is say now what is the issue here? Let's check it here. Uh, no such file or directory. We have created a home page. Home was created, but it's unable to create user 6. Okay, let me make a user 7, and just I will give a user home. I don't need to give, I think that was the reason here. So just I will give a home directory, and let me change as a second in slash mnt home c user bash and user 7. And now let me execute. Okay, this is issue with the permission actually. So if the permission is there here, so uh, mm, that is the C Linux. Actually, C Linux is enabled. That was the reason here. In coming lecture, we will learn about a uh, C status. C status. C Linux is enabled. So that was the reason it is throw this error. So what we will do here. So I need to set enforce 0 and C status, and it is a permissive. Okay, I have made it a permissive. Don't worry, we will learn next coming lecture, because C Linux is enabled. That was the reason it's throwing us error. Just I will for a curiosity, I will show you the example why it is saying that here. Jed, if you see, there is a home page here. You can see this is a C Linux is a home root. Okay, when I will show you when we have created this home directory, that is created a mnt home we have created, and now you can see this is a mntt, this is the C Linux. Okay, so it is a C Linux contest. That was the reason we got this issue, C Linux issue. Okay, user can't select Linux for a home directory. So now I made it off, and that is a causes, that is a reason. And now let's try with a one more here 8, and It's a troubleshooting also. User 8, now I'm trying to create, and I need to give a unique ID that is a must be, either it will throw again error. So let me give a here 5010. Okay, so I'm giving this one, and now let me enter. Now you can see there is no error, because so if we can check get in force. Okay, so you can see permissive. Okay, don't worry about these commands. In coming lecture we will learn about a security there. So I told you what was the reason actually why we are not able to, why it's throwing us this error. Now you can see it's created this home directory. You can see ld 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 and home here, and this is I think umask. What is umask is there? Okay, 0002. Okay, it's something is we have did a changing, that was the reason it's created. Okay, so here and I will show you, this is a user id, user id and user 8. Okay, so here you can see user it, and if we can see all these we have created now some users, so you can see all the information have stored in the password file. Now you can see how is it came now. Okay, how is it came here, and right now if you see tail/etc shadow file, so you can see here, and let me set some password to a user 8. Okay, so I'm setting some password. Okay, so I set a password. Now you can see password set. Let me set a password for a user 7, and let me make it. Now you can see the here. Now let's see the difference, one having a home directory, one having don't have a home directory. So let me switch first user 8. So when once I switched a home directory, here we have a environmental file. That was the reason you are getting this like that, user at the rate localhost entitled and dollar. It's very nicely you are getting here. The reason is behind because we have a environmental file. Let me exit from here and let me log in with a user 7. So here you will user 7 having a home directory ls-ltra user here. Okay, okay, it came as a L don't have here, and let me exit from here and let me log in with a user others user. We have a tail password, and let me log in with asu-user 5. Without password I can also log in because I'm a root user. So now you can see here it's warning, can't change directory here, no such file or directory. So it's not giving I think it's okay, so it's came with a /etc user profile is there, so that was the reason. But here now you can see it's giving us a no. Here we don't have a home directory right now, so it's came under /root and taken the environmental from there. So but it have no in you have no environmental files here. And let me go inside exit here. Let me go cd /mnt home user 8. Okay, so now what I will do, ls-lrt lrt a, and these are the some files here. What I will do, I will delete all. Okay, but let me give a full path. Either will do it, chances the mistake is more. Let me delete all lsita so let's check here. So now it's let's check a environmental file has been deleted. Yeah, all deleted environmental files I have deleted. Let me switch as a user 8 now. Okay, it's taking from a /it's a profile. Okay, so So it's taking from a globally environmental file. Either what it will do, it will convert as a simple bash. This will came as a simple bash. Okay, so right now I just used a bash shell. So here it is came as like here, because when I press a bash, it will not find out environmental variables. That was the reason it came here. And if I have created let me exit from here, and let me log in as a user one. Okay, and now and type a bash here. Now you can see the difference here. I I tried to did a bash. Why it came here? It came as a global environmental file. The global environmental file is a profile. Okay, that was the reason you are able to see this information, user and your local host entitled path here, all the information. But when I deleted these all these directories here with rm-rf and home directory, deleted all the environmental file, that is your bash underscore logout, bash underscore profile, all this. So now you can see here, even I did here bash also, but now I'm getting same, because environmental file are available here locally. This is locally available here. When you are switching from a su hyphen from a root, so from a root you switch as a